Hello, everybody. Welcome to Diehard Fans. We speak football. Sorry for the delay. We had some technical issues with certain internet providers. Yes, so it's a beautiful day. We're back on the show today, guys. So, yeah, many has been on in the world of football, but before what has been going on, we'll talk about what is about to go on today. But before we head to what we're talking about, let's introduce the guys once again. So I have with me, I'm forever Nira Tobatele, Fresh Prince of Football, and I introduce to you the tallest man in the building, the tallest man anywhere, Mr. Folumovic. Alpha, tell us how you've been today.
Yeah, good day. Hot weather out there, but yeah, thankful. I'm grateful to be back today. Missed you all. Thanks to our friends who've been subscribing and watching and liking our videos.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Folu, for that. As Folu said, thank you, everybody, for subscribing with us, for following us, for watching our videos. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. We also have here Mr. Jose Jr., whose season is starting very soon on Sunday. Or he gets me on Saturday. Jose Jr.
Yeah. It's nice to have everyone back. Yes, we're starting this weekend, and you guys will see me in my element once Serie A starts proper. I'll be on fire.
All right, nice to have you tonight, Jose Jr. Andy Baba, the man whose team is in turmoil. Andy Baba, please let us meet you.
Right. Thank you for welcoming me today. For obvious reasons, I was not around on Monday. Yeah, but I'm back here again today. You all should stay glued and
the reasons are not obvious. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Nobody knows anything about you. Who are you? Are you? Who knows you? You
Was it because Brighton beat my
What they move to you guys? The obvious reasons. Who know you?
It's good to have you back, anyways.
Okay, it's good to have you back, Andy from Abuja. It's good to have you back.
Thanks, guys.
It's good to have everybody back. But back to a full house
guys.
Today. So we begin the show today. First of all, before we begin the show, let me just let you guys know that the diehard fantasy is still on. You can still subscribe. You can still join the diehard fantasy league until maybe December before we'll stop it. But you can still keep joining now. Obviously, we won't let you join until the end of the season because of you will now use the advantage that you are living now quickly join. But just join. You can subscribe to win 30K at the end of the season. If you're the best, subscribe. So maybe you can do it. And also, don't forget that you can leave your comments. You can leave your comments in the section in the comment section for us as we discuss about the show today. Leave your comments in the comment section, and we will read the best one tonight on this fucking show. Sorry, guys. So, sorry, I'm excited tonight. I'm just happy. Yeah, the reason that got me angry today is my internet that didn't allow me to start the show on time. So apologies for that once again, everybody. Supposed to start 8:45, but the certain internet providers, I don't want to disgrace them. Certain internet providers let us down. So we start with the agenda of today. The rest of the top 5 leagues, the last 2 are kicking off this weekend. Jose Junior.
Yeah.
Jose Mourinho, Roma have signed for me exciting players this summer. What do you think?
I'm really excited about the upcoming season. I'm really looking forward to our first game against Salernitana. But without making it all about Roma, I think it's going to be a difficult season again like last season. I'm looking forward to what other teams are going to come up with during the remaining days in the window. AC Milan, I know they haven't really done much. I think Juventus is well stacked. And Inter, of course, they didn't need to invest much. So, yeah, I'm just excited. I'm waiting to see what will happen.
Okay. Concerning that, what you were just saying about those favorites, of course, we all have our predictions here, our Serie A predictions here. And here we have the other thing, you said Inter will win the league. You didn't even put your team managed by your well-adored coach Jose Mourinho in the top four, your top predictions. So where do you think, you said Inter will win the league, Napoli will come fourth. Where do you think Roma will finish? Mind you, Jose Junior, Roma have signed some top quality players. Players that I feel are top quality in Pablo Dybala, Gini Wijnaldum. I even think someone like Matic is a top player when you look at your league, when you look at the kind of league he's going into, because it's not the same level as the Premier League. So I think is good enough to perform in that kind of league, especially as whether maybe a backup or whatever it is. And he also signed the right wing back from Lille.
Felix.
Yeah, from Lille, which I think is a decent player, a very good player as well. But Napoli, who you say will finish above, they've lost Koulibaly, Mertens, Insigne, and they might even lose Fabian Ruiz. So what is the basis of you saying Napoli will finish ahead of Roma? Let's hear it, please.
All right. I agree with you to some extent. Do you just want me to talk about why I feel Napoli will finish ahead of Roma?
Yes. No. Why Napoli finish about Roma? That's all I want to know.
Okay.
Because the rest seem pretty obvious.
Okay. Well, my predictions are usually based on ability and quality of teams or players on paper. Of course, I know anything can happen. I feel Napoli will finish ahead of Roma because looking at last season, if you look at the teams, if you compare them, Napoli was way better than Roma. And up until like the last 3 weeks or last 1 month, Napoli was keeping up with the two. In fact, they were like the pace setters and they challenge for the title. So now, if you are taking our Roma last season, our team in Roma last season, and you compare with Napoli, of course they were better. If you take off Koulibaly from that same Napoli team and you compare with Roma's team last season, Napoli was still better. Mertens was really ineffective for them. He didn't really play much. So the only person I feel, or the two people I feel they will miss, okay, now that Fabian is leaving, they will miss that fine.
Sorry. You shouldn't say Mertens didn't play much. Mertens didn't start games much, which means he was a backup player. Backup players are still important. It's a league is 8 games a season.
It was more of squad player basically.
I'm saying that squad players are important. This is not World Cup. It's
no,
not
I
FA Cup.
agree with you.
Win. It's a 38 game season. So backup players are very, very important to the squad.
Of course, they are going to replace. In fact, they've replaced Dries Mertens in their squad. So now Roma's team to me last season is even worse than the one Jose Mourinho met, the one Paulo Fonseca had that finished 7th. Because if you look at the replacements, Tammy Abraham is not as good as Edin Dzeko. That's my
No,
I'm coming.
You are using your bias to not take us back. Let's hold on. We don't go back. We're only comparing. The question is, why do you think Napoli will finish ahead of? We are talking about two seasons ago of Edin Dzeko. No, we don't say that.
I'm coming.
What I told you was last season, and I told you between last season and this season. I didn't tell you who was Napoli 2 seasons ago. I told you who left Napoli last season. Not 2 seasons ago, 3 seasons ago. Last season. Mertens, Koulibaly, Insigne, all have left Napoli. Important key players. People have seen Mertens was not key last season. At least for a while, he has been a key player. And last season, he was like a backup coming in when Osimhen is always injured. Osimhen is an injury player. So he's always coming in when Osimhen is injured and trying to play for Osimhen when Osimhen is injured. And even when they are leading games or when they want to save energy of Osimhen up front from closing down the whole game, it's what they always bring on. So he played a role last season. They've lost him. They've lost Koulibaly. He's played for their defense for so many years. But Roma didn't lose any key player.
Sorry?
Roma have not lost any player. Roma did not lose any key player between last season and this season.
Roma lost the second most important player they had last season, and they lost the player Mkhitaryan. They lost that player to the best team in the league.
Okay, you guys. Fair enough. That's fair. That's fair. That's very fair. I agree with that. Okay, that was important to get last season. but also those players I mentioned from Napoli were important. I think guys are strengthening again. To me, you got a player better than Mkhitaryan in Dybala.
Absolutely.
Yes, better than Mkhitaryan. You also got a midfielder better than. For me, I told you in our private chat that Wijnaldum will start in any Serie A team. That's the midfielder that you have in Roma now. So Roma is considerably strengthened. Of all the teams, for me, of all the teams in Serie A between last season and this season, for me, the most strengthened compared to last season is Roma, and the most weakened compared to last season is Napoli. In my opinion. Andy, you agree with that, right?
No, I don't agree. And you guys are not giving me a chance to speak. Go ahead, speak. I don't agree because Inter, who were runners up, bought 6 players, very exciting players. They brought the best player 2 seasons ago. They brought him back. I know he had a subpar season in Chelsea, and that's Lukaku. Inter, without signing anybody, is still better than Roma. If you do a combined 11 of Inter and Roma.
No.
I'm coming. Let me speak. Just let me speak.
Why interrupt you? Because I always get off topic. The thing that I was thinking now is Napoli and Roma, not Napoli and Inter, not Inter and Roma.
No,
Roma and Napoli.
I'm coming.
You are not talking to Inter. You are trying to deflect the topic.
I'm not comparing. No, hold on. Okay. I'm only correcting a statement you made that Roma is the most improved team, and I'm telling you that Roma is not the most improved team.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. We only got 2 players.
You think so? Your prediction now, you are confirming that Napoli will finish ahead of Roma. Is that it?
Yeah, I believe so because they replaced Koulibaly with Kim Min-jae. Kim Min-jae might not be very popular. Of course, he's not as good as Koulibaly, but Kim Min-jae was a player that we were targeting when Jose Mourinho was at Spurs. He went to Galatasaray, and now he's back in the Champions League club. Kim Min-jae will start immediately, directly in Roma's central defense. So, yes, they lost Koulibaly, but he's still better than our defenders. Our best centre back today is still Chris Smalling. So, they lost Insigne. They replaced him with someone who, apologies, but I don't really know how to pronounce his name. I'll look for the name. His name is kind of difficult. I've seen a few clips of the guy, and I think he's good.
I do know. A player that you don't know his name. You're comparing this with Wijnaldum.
I'm not comparing.
I'm not comparing player that we don't know to Wijnaldum and Dybala.
Hold on. I'm not comparing him to Dybala. I'm only saying what Napoli lost. Yes, they lost some key players. Even if they don't strengthen, the loss has not brought them down to the level team, to the level Roma is. I'm not saying Roma has not strengthened, but I'm only saying that 2 good players. You're talking about Dybala and Wijnaldum. Dybala was in Juventus last season. A clearly better, please let me finish. I'm not comparing Juve and Roma. A clearly better team than Roma, but they finished 4th with the almighty Dybala. So what is going to make the Dybala make us, significantly improve? I know he's a better player than what we had. He only shows that what we had was trash.
But now we're not comparing to Juventus. We know that Juventus is significantly better. Juventus isn't coming forth for many people was disappointment. You understand?
Okay. I'll just make one statement to compare Roma and Napoli. If you do a combined 11 of Roma and Napoli today, you will have at least 6 to 7 Napoli players still.
We will get there during the course of this season. Don't worry. We'll get there because of this. Roma and Napoli will face each other. So we'll have our combined exercise. Don't worry about that.
All right.
Anyway, FPL PC says Roma are a stronger team than Napoli right now. They beat Spurs 1-0 in the friendly. I remember that friendly. They beat Spurs 1-0. Okay, quickly. Let's move on to. We've spent most of time here. Let's move on to our La Liga predictions. We also big predictions about the La Liga. Now these are the boys' predictions about the La Liga. If you are watching the guys' prediction about La Liga, Olu Junior, all of you think. So the main thing I say that is different here is Andy Baba. Andy Baba, you have said that Real Madrid will win the league. Other people said Barcelona will win it, including myself. So Andy Baba, why do you think Real Madrid will sustain? Because this is a World Cup year. The reason why I'm going for Barcelona, I don't know whether Fulu and Jose Junior are in line with me. But anyway, the reason why I went for Barcelona was because they've signed a lot of quality players. And contrary to news making the rounds, you said earlier in one of our shows that you don't believe that Barcelona will buy players without being able to register them. You understand? So, and to me, they bought quality players. But Real Madrid in a World Cup year with Toni Kroos, Modric, those are Benzema, key players for them, very key players, but they are aging. And in a World Cup year, Champions League, World Cup, Club World Cup, and all this, do you think Real Madrid can still do it in the league, 38 game season, with all those things inside it?
Well,
Andy?
I predicted Real Madrid. Even if I was sleeping and then you wake me up and ask me this, I would say Real Madrid over and over and over again. So
Okay.
my decision is very clear, straightforward. Real Madrid has been there for some time now. They've got good players. Barcelona, yeah, they've signed those players, but take me back to their preseason games. It's not really been exciting. And then again, I still expect those players to take some time to gel. I know they've brought Lewandowski, they've brought Kessie, they've brought Christensen. At the minute, we don't know how those players will play together. It might take them time. Probably not this year. Maybe next year I can tip them to win the league. Yeah, but realistically, I think Real Madrid with the kind of players they have. I don't know if you watched their game yesterday. C class there. Benzema, Vinicius,
Yeah,
Valverde,
yeah.
Modric, Cruz. They've been playing together. So it was a no-brainer for me to still tip Real Madrid to win it. But it's football; anything can happen. But on
Okay.
paper,
Yeah.
with what I've seen now, I think Real
Okay.
Madrid will edge
So,
this
okay, just
Serie
one question.
A.
Before you answer my question like a politician now.
Sorry,
You answer my question. Yes, I agree that
La
you say that Madrid will win. You are
Liga.
confident that Madrid will win the league. No problem about that. But the question now, I thought those they are old aging players for you. Toni Kroos. Andy, are you there? Andy? Wow, I think we lost Andy. Okay.
John.
Oh, Andy, are you there? Andy, you are breaking. You are breaking. You seem to be breaking.
Yeah,
Okay, Andy. So
yeah.
I
Can you
want
hear
to
me
ask you
now?
now. Yes, yes. Do you think Toni Kroos, Modric, and Benzema can cope in this season? Because this season is special. Don't forget, the World Cup is in between the season. Do you think they can cope? Just a yes or no. Three of them.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. Benzema is
Okay.
yes, absolutely yes.
Okay. Okay. So let me look for. So also okay. I think you believe that Benzema would want to fire them to the league. Other people think Lewandowski will be the top scorer. The top scorer. So I want to ask Ole Junior and Folu, the same reason I think you guys both chose Sevilla to finish ahead of Villarreal on the table. But I think for me, I see the same thing I see between Roma and Napoli. I see it between Sevilla and Villarreal. You understand what I'm saying? I think Sevilla have lost key players this summer, Conde, Diego Carlos. That's in the heart of a football team. Two centre backs. That's in the heart of a football team. They've lost both this summer. But and Villarreal have strengthened. Villarreal have got some good and their key men, Pau Torres, those guys are still there. So what makes you guys think that despite all this, Sevilla will still finish ahead of Villarreal? Do you think it's just an historical prediction, or you just believe that for some reason? Folu, go ahead. You first.
I think still it's based on the coaches. Yeah. Unai Emery is more of a cup coach over a long season. So I'm thinking he's going to prioritize the cups. Probably, I'm not sure if they're in Europa League. Whatever cup they are
They,
in.
they are they are in Europa League.
Yeah, if they're in Europa League, I see him probably winning
I
it.
think they are in the Conference League.
Okay,
Conference League.
conference. Okay.
Yeah. So
They will
whatever
win it.
league,
No, no, that's
whatever league they are in, Unai Emery should be in the finals. He took us now to the final of the Europa League. He's taken almost all the clubs he's been to cup finals, and he tends to rest the players during the Saturday games so that um, they can play the. Oh, thank you, Buchi Lawrence. Nice to see you too. Or nice to hear from you. So I think, yeah. So the reason why I picked Sevilla is one. I think yeah, last season they actually tried. They started very well, but they fell along the way, but still made it to Champions League. And the reason why I didn't pick Villarreal was because the coach is more of a cup coach over a season. Yeah.
All right. I think that's a fair prediction. What about you? Just a quick one, please, so I can move on to the topics, please.
Yeah. It's the same reason with Napoli and Roma. I think that the difference between Sevilla and Villarreal was so huge that even if Villarreal makes some significant improvement, they are still some way off Sevilla. Even if Sevilla lose some quality, don't forget that they've gotten Isco free.
Mhm.
And just to
Yeah.
touch on something that Folu said, yeah, I do agree with you, but I don't think Emery is just a cup coach. I think sometimes when you know that you don't have that quality, it will to go the marathon. Then you just give
You
it
choose your
luck.
battles, yeah.
You just exactly. So it will not appear like you're a cup coach.
Yeah, but yeah, all right, fine.
But I think for me personally, I think most clubs prioritize is the fans. We are the ones that won trophies. I think those guys at the top, they prioritize the money spending Champions League over these trophies that you guys are talking about. So I think an owner would rather, if you say you have to choose, yes, they want to win trophies, but if you say you have to choose one for owners, I think they would rather choose the Champions League and the cup. But except for that day, we'll discuss that, which is more better, the Champions League or a cup trophy. Okay, so in the Super Cup, you came up with the Super Cup, talk of the Super Cup. Madrid was absolutely dominating in that match. And after the fixture, especially Benzema was fantastic. I watched the whole match. It was fantastic throughout the game. And Ancelotti has come up with this comment. Ancelotti said Benzema for Ballon d'Or. I think we all agree with that. I also think, in my opinion, I don't know if you guys agree with me. This is the most won horse Ballon d'Or race in years, in a very, 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 very long time. Maybe since maybe 2017. Andy Baba, what do you think about? No, sorry. Okay, Andy Baba, you go ahead. What do you think about that? Do you think that's correct, or do you think somebody else can surprise us for the end of the season? Before
Nah,
August, sorry. Is it
there's
August
re-
they're doing
there,
it?
September.
September,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
it's before the World Cup.
yeah. So I think it will be daylight robbery if Benzema doesn't go home with this Ballon d'Or. To be honest, because I think he's practically ticked all the whole boxes. So
His head and
for that,
shoulders above everybody. Yeah.
he's going home. He's going home with the trophy. Yeah. In fact, on that day,
I,
there's no point calling any other person. Just come in and give Benzema and then tell him to go because
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
deserved
yeah.
it. Yeah.
So now I think
Fulu,
the question
okay.
should be, I don't know how relevant it is. Who should be the next, like the second best player? I'm thinking for me, I don't think a lot of people will agree, but I think Vinicius Junior has done enough to be at least top three.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would go with you on that. But someone that I like very well. But I think defenders are undervalued. I think if I'm going to talk about people who should be in the top three, I think Trent and Alexander Arnold should be there because his quality, the things he does. If he was even playing like that with those numbers as a midfielder, those exact numbers he's having as fullback, if he had those exact numbers as a midfielder, he would be named one of the best players in the world. But he's doing it as a fullback, so I think he's one of
Yeah,
the best players in the world. I think he's the top three player. For me, Trent
I
is
slightly
the top
disagree with you
three
guys.
player.
Yeah,
Why don't you why do you disagree?
Disagree with
so
you guys.
who would you
So
put as your second and
you
third?
don't think
For
Trent,
me, to
which
be
I don't think
KDB, and I'm a Liverpool fan. Maybe that's why I don't really think about Trent as such. But for me, it would be KDB and Vinicius Junior.
I think Lewandowski should be up there too. If you are mentioning this, we should also mention Lewandowski because he's been phenomenal as well.
True.
So Lewandowski should also be up there. But
Mm,
fingers crossed,
mm.
let's see what happens. But personally, for me, I
Lewandowski
think
and who? Okay,
Lewandowski,
Lewandowski and who?
Benzema, Lewandowski, and maybe potentially Salah.
Salah. Okay. What
Yeah.
do you think? What do you think should be the top three with Benzema?
It's difficult to choose the top three.
What?
Benzema, of course.
Okay.
Mhm.
I thought maybe you say somebody else. Maybe you
No,
say
no, no, no.
Ronaldo.
No, Benzema,
Yeah,
of course. But I have a few names that might be more than three, so it's difficult.
yeah,
Uh,
shoot.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, go for it.
from England, I have three players, which is KDB, Riyad Mahrez, and TAA, based on what they had last season. And then
Yeah.
Germany, of course, Lewandowski. But in Spain, three players from Madrid: Benzema, Vinicius. Vinicius' numbers were mad. And
I hope I didn't the third person. I thought I didn't the third party player.
You're going to think it's Couture, but unfortunately, it's not Couture.
Casemiro.
I'm going to add Casemiro. Casemiro is
Casemiro.
Casemiro is phenomenal. Casemiro in the Champions League is phenomenal. Casemiro in the final is phenomenal.
Bro, Modric passes.
Casemiro in the Super Cup yesterday is phenomenal. Casemiro is I don't you see defensive midfielders, you can say holding this. I don't know how to classify him. He does everything.
I agree.
Where you can see the defenders.
But you guys know that. You guys know that Modric passes was
of course.
Of course. And I pass to make them win. That pass will give a Babadi. Make them win the match. So even the outside foot pass against, was it Chelsea? The guy was making passes. For them getting assists for his passes.
Chelsea,
was spreading ball like
it's
not spread down. He just spread down.
But
like Ebola.
For Madrid to have won,
he's one of the best passes with the outside of the right foot. Yeah.
For Madrid to have won that final, yes, they scored with the long goal. But if you look at the way the game went, they were in control. They were not dominating, but they were in control of the game. But they maintained control from the defensive point of view.
They were not in control in the first 10 minutes.
No, of course.
When Liverpool 18 bar up and down.
No, of course.
When Porto was making great saves, that's not control. But
they were not. Yeah, but that shield in front of Courtois, to me, I don't know. I just feel, but of course, thing with Ballon d'Or, there is a bias to La Liga most of the time, and then of course forward players get it. But it's Benzema.
Of course, I think we all know that it's a clear. Mostly, we don't care about second and third. It's not the winner we care about, and we always going to be Benzema. So, if they give any other person, close the competition down. We don't want to see Ballon d'Or again. Off it. Okay, let's go to the one that is going on this weekend. Premier League has resumed, and Premier League preview is back. So we do this preview as usual. We're going to do our competition, our studio guys. Olu, Nero, Jose Junior, and Andy Baba against the world. And with that, we're going to welcome somebody who has been a part of Die Hard from the backstages for a while. He's playing for Team World today. His name is Stan. Good evening, Stan.
Why do I see this?
I would have asked you which team you're supporting, but the jersey is tough.
You don't need to ask, it's obvious.
So, why do I think it's a setup?
So Stan, how are you doing tonight?
Why do I think
I'm
it's a setup? Why do we have a fellow Arsenal fan as you, Fresh Prince?
Good to see you, Stan.
Good to see you, fellas. You know why?
Last week we had a fellow, another Man U fan. So let me rotate them. Okay, Stan.
Yeah.
So Stan, I'm going to put
welcome, Stan.
Thank you, Andy.
Put the predictions up now, Stan.
Yeah.
So we can talk about your predictions. Just give me a second, guys.
I can guess what Stan's prediction would be.
So these are the predictions for the Premier League. Just
weekend games,
yeah. So these are the predictions that the guys have predicted. Stan, okay, anybody on the city want to ask Stan why he predicted some of the games?
I think some of us have similar predictions.
I think the Arsenal Leicester game is easy to tell. Of course, you're an Arsenal fan. Brentford, Man U. Okay.
Yeah, before I was a bit.
Wait. Stan. Give us a talk about Brentford Man U. Why 1-1? I want to hear that one. Why 1-1 for Brentford Man
U? I think Brentford is a strong team and a difficult place to go to play. They've had their coach for some time. They're a solid team, and they have Ivan Toney. And I remember playing them last season, our first match of the season. And it was difficult playing against them. Man U, I think Ten Hag is still trying to know his team. Yes, he might start Ronaldo this weekend. Could may obviously get a goal, but I think still picking Maguire ahead of some other defenders somehow brings sensibility to the team. So I don't think Man U has gelled enough to be able to compete and get results against teams like Brentford.
Sorry, what do you say about Maguire? He said Maguire should be in the team. He will not be happy.
He shouldn't be starting. He shouldn't be starting.
He shouldn't be starting. Okay, I think
Yeah.
I think I'm the only one in the world that thinks Maguire should be starting for Man U. I think he should be starting. But I'm the only person in the world in that respect. In that respect.
They have better.
Well,
They
A
have
biased
better
point
players
of view,
there.
yeah.
well,
I'm not biased. I'm actually serious. Okay. So for our audience, every weekend there's a every weekend there's football. We'll be making our prediction games, and based on last week results, you can see that Team World is leading. Slim, who was a Man U fan, played for Team World, and he was able to gather 9 points. I'm the lowest right now. Apologies for that. Please, I'm going to improve. You're my fan. Supporting me, I will improve. Don't worry. I'll go up. More is coming. The sky is the limit. Okay, so in the studio, Folu is the one leading. So Folu,
Yeah.
everybody has said Arsenal will beat. These are 2-goal margins. Everybody 2-goal margins for Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you guys have Folu? Tell me what's the thinking behind that?
Arsenal is really good. They are flying at the moment. They are on the ascendancy. I'm sure most everybody has Gabriel Jesus on their fantasy team, hoping
2%
that
of players are 2% of players.
yeah. So hoping that he bangs in goals. Leicester is shaky defensively, still sorting out Fofana. Um, not made any signings, having internal turmoil today. Their captain wants to leave tomorrow. It's just one thing or the other. So we are all banking that Arsenal, capitalizes on both the emotional part and the on-field.
On and off the pitch, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah,
Okay.
I see Arsenal winning. I know a lot of people believe that because Saliba is there, nobody can ever score Arsenal anymore. But I think
now we the rain.
But I think Leicester has some goals in them, despite the whole problems they are going through. I feel they still have goal threats from Vardy, Iheanacho, Patson, Daka. They have very, very good, potent attackers. And Crystal Palace almost scored Arsenal. I think Leicester would complete at least by
Okay.
scoring.
Okay. If you say that, but I think
Fair enough.
Crystal Palace is actually better than Leicester at this point in time. Let's progress anyway. It's Chelsea versus Spurs as well. Nobody. Chelsea is at home as the game is at Stamford Bridge, but not a single person has said Chelsea will win this game. I myself and Olumovic have said that Spurs will even go ahead and win the game. That leads me now. So guys, in your combined exercise, these are combined exercise for the
can you
guys.
take off the prediction off the screen?
Yeah, I'll do
please?
that. This is the combined exercise for the guys in the studio. I don't know. This team looks. Everybody, I think everybody has gone for Conte as the manager. Although both teams use a 3 at the back, but I think Chelsea play with a narrow 1 and 2. One, I don't know how they play their own. Chelsea's own is just
3-4-1.
But that front, they don't understand it. Chelsea their front, they don't understand them. But yeah, this is contest formation everybody has gone for. And usually, you guys have gone for Sterling. I went for Kulusevski, but Andy Baba and Olu and yourself has gone for Sterling over Kulusevski. This is a combined exercise, so it's basically based on current form, availability for the fixture, and all those things. Has Sterling been better than Kulusevski, even coming in from the last 2-3 months of last season till now? Has Sterling been better than Kulusevski? Andy Baba, has Sterling been better than Kulusevski?
Well, to be honest, in Sterling, you can expect anything from him. Yeah, there are some games he just turns up. So maybe on that day we expected Sterling to turn up. So for me, Kulusevski, yeah, he's been doing well, but combined Chelsea and Tottenham 11, Sterling anytime, any day for me. Anytime, any day.
Okay, Jose Junior, only you went for 2 players here, Perisic and Romero. You have Romero in there, and you don't have Thiago Silva. That's kind of shocking. And Folu and while Folu and they have Eric Dyer there, which is understandable. But I think from personally for me, I think Thiago Silva and Koulibaly should make all the squads. Position, why didn't you have Thiago Silva in your team?
Because at this moment in time, I think Romero is one of the best centre backs in the world.
Ah,
Yes.
Wow.
And
Okay.
no, I usually sound like that, and then in a couple of months, everyone sees what I say. I know a little about Romero, Atalanta, and then when Spurs bought him, I think he was the most exciting centre back in Europe. And I watched our game. Fresh Prince, you're a proponent of watching football matches rather than stats. I watched our game against Roma versus Spurs. We should have beaten Spurs like 4-0, if not for Romero's the defensive heroic. So I just feel at this point, Thiago Silva is like 37, 38. Based on current form, I think he's better.
Okay, I think you have a fair point because as a whole, I won't be doing better than Chelsea. But let's see how many people in my team. I have 1, 2, 3.
Experience-wise.
Of course. There's no doubt about
In
that.
my team, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Spurs players and 6 Chelsea players. What? No, okay, 6 Chelsea players. Sorry, I have 6 Spurs players. Abi, I can't count again. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I have 5 Spurs players and 6 Chelsea players. In Jose Junior's team, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 Spurs Chelsea players, 7 Chelsea players. In any Baba and Fulu's game, 1, 2, 3, just 3 Spurs players. But yet, all of us have said that Chelsea cannot win that game, despite believing that they have better players than Spurs. Why so? Why is that?
I mean, well, it's the start of the season. We're looking at the scenario and the things that have happened over the end of the season and back end of last season to the new season. Chelsea having problems, having to change ownership. Still no out and out striker. Although they've had that problem for ages, but now they don't have um, even a backup striker. I think the likely person to start is either Sterling or Amanda Berger. So obviously, when we have no outlet for goals, I don't think they would get the chance. In their last match against the very weakened Everton side, they needed a penalty to win. I don't see them scoring in this match. Although they have very good, players, as you can see, their defenders, their wing backs, and all. But the ability to score, I don't think they have that. So I'm sticking with Spurs winning. I'm hoping that maybe Sterling nicks one goal, and that's why I'm thinking it's going to be a 2-1.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. So okay, thank you for that, guys. So let's move on. Meanwhile, for the prediction event, for the prediction event, guys, this is scoring system for the prediction event. Is 5 points for a correct score, 1 point for a correct result, and 2 points for a correct result plus goal margin. So, in case you are wondering how Slim got to 9 points, if you watch the show, in the prediction show of the Premier League season, that's when Slim made his points. And
prediction,
this is prediction. So Stan is still with us. Stan is still with us. Stan,
Yes.
I'll just ask one more question before you take your leave, Stan. Stan, the Serie A starts this season, this weekend. Sorry.
Can you take on prediction, please? I need to see his face.
So
I need to see biased people.
No, I'm not asking his prediction. I'm not asking his prediction.
Just
You have said
I'm not biased like you.
Milan will be Udinese, but in terms of the whole season, I've said I in my own top 4 prediction, I didn't put Milan there. I think I put Juve. Okay, I put Milan as 4th to top 4. Roma to finish ahead of Milan. Where do you think Milan will finish this season? Although you said they will finish match 0, what do you think they'll finish this season?
I think they're still going to.
Can you take the prediction off?
Go ahead, Stan.
Yeah, I think they're still going to compete for the league with Inter. I see them finishing in the first 2 positions.
Which team are you talking about, please?
AC Milan.
Okay.
Yeah, they have a young squad. They have a good manager. They will only get better. They've recruited well. They bought some also good young players.
Mhm.
Juve might come back and try to fight for the league, but I think there's still a work in the making. So AC Milan, first
Okay,
two.
on that question, do you think Lewandowski is coming on Benzema this season in the La Liga? A tale of two
Lewandowski should
strikers.
get registered first of all before we talk about him scoring.
That was a
So
good
he gets
one.
registered.
Sorry, you. Sorry, you.
But anyway, I think with Barcelona, they create a lot of chances. We saw Benzema last season scoring a lot of goals for them. He's going to score. Benzema is a difficult one. I think Benzema will still score him.
I think
Okay.
intentional.
Okay, you got
I
you
think
got
Benzema
with
will
you got
still
with
score
Baba.
him.
And
Yeah,
you got with
Benzema,
Baba
I think
prediction.
he
Okay.
still score.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And now finally your final question about Arsenal, your team Arsenal. We are doing well this season. Where do you think we will finish?
Well,
We're doing
first
well
of all,
so far. Only one game in the season, but
yeah, it's
everything
just
looks
a
good.
single game.
Everything
Just
looks good at the moment. Where do you think we will finish?
it's going to depend on a lot of factors, injuries, and other teams recruiting. Chelsea, people are mugging Chelsea off. Chelsea will still recruit very well and top players, so they will still come back. And no matter what, they're still a solid team. So Chelsea will still fight for the top four. Arsenal probably fifth, fourth, fifth, but
Wow.
not top three.
Arsenal not
Really?
to be in the top four.
Yeah. See, Man
This
U,
is a
sorry,
double block.
Man City and Liverpool. Sorry, Man City and Liverpool will make the top two.
Stan is breaking.
Spurs, can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Okay,
loud and
I think we
clear.
should move on with the show. Anyway, that's the last question I was asking him anyway. So we can move
No,
on
no,
with
no,
the
no,
show.
no.
Stan, thank you very much for being on the show, Stan. Thank you very much for being on the show. We appreciate seeing you. Hopefully your prediction of Arsenal's comfort does not come to fifth, does not come to pass. We're aiming for the league this
Was
season.
that why you kicked him off the show because he predicted
No, I didn't kick him.
Arsenal?
The thing went off. No, the thing went off, and that was the last question I was asking him. The thing went off.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So Stan, please, thank you. We'll see you.
You suspect malice.
Yes, I do. But before we go ahead, sorry, I don't want to take us back. But Fuad said something that we have to correct. He said AC Milan has not invested. I think AC Milan actually made a smart buy.
No, yeah. I
In
agree.
buying the striker from I think Club Brugge.
I think it's
The
more of a
Belgian guy.
midfielder.
He's more of a midfielder.
Charles
Plays more like an 8. I think.
CDK. Yeah.
Fantastic and intelligent player, and is as young as the team. Very, very young, energetic team. With
Yeah.
Stefan
Okay.
Pioli, I think they will win the league. They will.
AC
win.
Milan. Okay, so that's in your prediction. Okay. Let me give you guys the one of our fans combined XI Noso Abana. He says Mendy, Koulibaly, Silva, Romero, James, Perisic, Kovacic, Højbjerg, Sterling, Kane, and Son. You guys are saying Perisic never started last game. Do you think we start the next game? Jose Junior.
I think so, because watching their preseason, Perisic was the one on the left. But of course, he's got a lot of options. Sessegnon is very good. He has always been a player with great potential, but injury didn't let him. So now he's beginning to grow. He's getting better. So he can start.
And the pressure from and experience from Perisic, he can only get better from it.
Buchi says wants to ask a question. Buchi, please come. Go ahead and ask your question, please. Go ahead and ask your question.
Oh.
Okay, so let's move on with the show, guys. Let's move on with the show. While we're with Buchi's question. So
what's your opinion about AC Milan, Fresh Prince?
AC Milan. I think AC Milan will finish fourth in the table. I don't think AC Milan are as good as the other top 14. I think they did well to win the league last season. They did very well. I think for me, I think Juve and Inter should be the ones for the title. And maybe if anybody's joining in the race, it should be Roma for me. How I think.
Okay.
Yeah, just my top 4 says it's Inter, Juve, AC, Roma, AC.
I think people underestimate the strength in AC Milan, and because they are not fully established players and because they're young players. Although they've lost Frank Kessie, but I think he was one of the best central midfielders or CDM in the league last season. To me, for the last 2-3 years, I was a Spurs fan, and I was begging for Spurs to sign Sandro Tonali. He's a fantastic player. He's like an energetic player. And then they've got very two good centre back pairing, young with lots of potentials. Kalulu and this Nigerian English Tomori.
Yes,
Their right back is questionable, Florenzi, but their left back
Theo.
is one of the best in the league, and even in Europe. But you know, he's not in Barca, he's not in Madrid. I think the former Madrid player, Theo Hernandez.
Yep.
So now they've got CDK. Rafael is the most exciting young winger in the league. Then they've got great experience in OG.
Salatan.
Yeah, and now Origi has joined them.
Yeah.
So they've got a lot of potential.
And a very, very, very extremely good goalkeeper. You would think losing Donnarumma would have been terrible, but Manian, outstanding keeper. Outstanding.
Okay, guys. Thank you for that. AC Milan, I think you made a good point about AC Milan. AC Milan, good team. But I don't. Serie A is the most competitive of the top 5 leagues. I've said that before. It's the most competitive of the top five leagues. So you can
but I think this season Premiership will be competitive as well. Because almost everybody.
Those two. Which other two? Well, now those two. Maybe Spurs. And maybe Spurs. Arsenal, Spurs. If Arsenal can have a good run, no problem.
Every season we say the same thing. It won't be competitive. Man City has a monopoly on the league. That's just the gospel truth.
Well,
okay,
we'll see.
So
we'll see
move on to the FPL draft. Jose Junior, you had in the whole group, in the whole of the studio, you had the lowest points. And you have Darwin Núñez, you have Haaland, you have Salah, but I think that's just it. Every other of your players blanked. Those players got all your points.
I think the players and managers combined to set me up. I had the last minute panic. I removed Zinchenko, who I think would have been given points for assist, and I decided to go with the crowd.
Zinchenko was one of the best players in the league. In the last FPL league, 13 points.
I decided to go with the crowd, and I got thier, who messed me up. Very poor defending in the back as well. It was Mitrovic. I also went for Martinez. Well, I should have known it was United anyways.
My defender.
But I have to compliment you on
I go buy my defender for APA. You try, you get out.
And then when Botman, the thing is, I felt Newcastle were going to keep a clean sheet, which they did. But I didn't know that Botman only played 1 minute. I was expecting him to start, but he came in the 90th minute. So I think that's why.
Oh, okay, sorry about that. I will wish better luck next year. So in your team, is there anybody you are going to bring in?
I think I'm still going to keep my team.
You are selling Martinez, right?
Of course, I'm selling Martinez. I'll probably.
Why Martinez? Mahrez did not start. Martinez started. Mahrez did not start.
Yeah. Mahrez. I think I'll look for someone to replace Mahrez. I think City. I don't think Mahrez.
How many subs are you making this weekend?
One. I'll still keep Mahrez.
Okay. All right. I think that'll be a good decision. Get Martinez because Man U at the moment, we don't know what's happening with them. This is Folu's team. Folu, you had the most points of all the guys in the studio. Congratulations to you. Even if Neco Williams got you 0 points.
Yeah, but
so far you guys, not sometimes interesting.
I have something to say anyway.
Okay, go ahead, Andy.
Right. So, looking at Folu's team, it's kind of like deceitful because last week when we brought our teams, we didn't have Salah on there, and then I think he deceived us with that team, and then he went back to twerk the team a bit. So the purpose of this show is to tell us what.
No.
It's true, but he has a point.
No. In his defense, if you lose defense,
can I
let me defend you before you defend yourself.
I'm not done. I'm not done. Let me finish before you defend.
Be done.
So we are showing the entire show is for everyone to see, pick 1 or 2 things and not being deceitful. So he's come up and then told us he doesn't have Salah. And then I'm seeing Salah here. He captain Salah. So, Folu, can you tell us your defense?
What do your defense?
All right. So first of all, I think you guys convinced me on getting Salah. I said something that you should either have Salah or KDB in your team. And so I just sat back. I think I was at work during the lunch break, and I was like, "Yeah, let me just have the two. I don't trust these strikers; they could be very stupid." And I
But
just
you
got the two of them, and
one
see what Kane has done. If I
no
had
no Alan, you got Alan. Imagine how many points you have, almost 100.
that's the truth. I kind of was like, why did I trust Kane? Kane and his early season troubles and stuff. Very soon he will get injured again, and he will come back
But
December and still. So
one thing
yeah,
about one thing I like about your team for Lu, what I like about your team for Lu is you have a mad differential there who got to the point for dance.
Odense, yeah.
That's who pushed you ahead this season for dance. It's a mad differential. Everybody was going for Neto. I went for Neto, but it was Podence that got the goal and got the 10 points,
Oh
got the
yeah, yeah.
double digit points.
Double digit, yeah, yeah.
So that's what
And I
the
think,
That was true.
well, to be honest, I picked him because I actually like him. Diminutive, reminds me of Jovinko. Amazing pace, good passing, and it wasn't because I trusted or I expected him to score. To be honest, I didn't even know who they were playing. But I picked him over Neto because I like him personally as a player. So yeah,
okay. So is there any transfer you're making?
yeah,
So
straight up,
And it,
paid for Haaland. I've done that. I've moved ahead. There is no like Kane. I don't care if he scores 50 goals this season. He has
for me, this is it to be an aberration not to have Haaland in your team.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I think. It will be an aberration not to have Haaland.
So I've
I
corrected
want to
my
have I want
mistake.
to have Kane, I want to have Son, but there's not. I have this an option. It was between after I set up my team because you got all the cheap players and now you look for your marquee signings. For me, I'd already Salah is a must. So it was between Haaland coming to the Premier League newly, Harry Kane, normal Harry Kane, we know him, and Heung-min Son. And I was like, damn, it has to be Haaland. Nobody but Haaland. So let's go to my team. Well, and it was Haaland that one of the people that saved me, that gave me the points, and they did Haaland. Yes, so I was second to last, of course, second to last in the that office here. But my defenders, expensive defenders, gave me 16 points. Well, I can manage that. It's okay. And Trossard, my differential signing, he messed me up. Bowen also, my differential signing, messed me up. But I think I fucked up. I messed up. Perisic 5.5, Zinchenko 5.0, Trossard 6.5, Martinelli 6.0. I don't know what I was thinking, and I went for these two players instead of Zinchenko and Martinelli, two Arsenal players who were cheaper. I could have saved £1 million and
You know
spent
what?
it
You know
somewhere
what? I actually had
else.
Martinelli in my team. Oh yeah, that's why we love FPL anyways.
Yeah, but I've already done it. I've already driven out Perisic. I've looked at that at Sports team. He's going to be rotating it between Perisic and Sessegnon all season. And I think Sissoko will play more games. Although Arsenal also have a strong left backup. But I think if Sissoko doesn't play left back, it is Spitz going to play midfield.
Midfield.
So
And he will always get.
yeah, I think we'll get more games than Perisic
Assist. Yeah,
this summer. Okay, this is Any Baba. You must buy my player.
right. So
Yeah.
I
You
think
never
on
buy
that
my
guy we
player. You
already
say so.
cleared.
You never buy my
We
player.
don't know.
Are you hearing me so?
We don't know what Ten Hag's plans.
He's
Yeah.
answering.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we heard
Yeah,
you.
we don't know what his plans are. Yeah, so for now, let's FPL it's 38 games thing. It's not based on one or two games. Yeah, so let's see in the course of the league we can potentially just make those signings. But for now, I'm just still sticking with my backline. Walker is there, Trippier, Robertson. However, I personally, for me, I don't give the captain's armband to people when you are playing at home, away from home. So that was the reason why I gave it to Kane. And then looking at the scoreline, 4-1, I expected Kane to either assist or give me goals, but Kane is just doing us Kane. He does us every August, yeah. So, um, so but I think the only changes I'm gonna make now because I want to save my free transfers. I probably have to double that up and then use it in the next game week. So the only significant change I'm just going to do now is just to swap my captain armband to Salah or Haaland. So I'll potentially make that decision tomorrow and then see if I'll give to Haaland or Salah.
Oh,
I think I've already made up my mind.
Okay.
The captain band will be with Haaland till the end of the season. I don't care.
Anyway,
So there are some games I'll give
you
it to
some
Darwin.
points.
I'm getting Darwin anyway. I'm just, yeah. I think it will also be an aberration not to have Darwin with the number of
Yeah,
chances he would get.
that's
So I think in the long term,
Darwin to Haaland. I don't think it's comparable.
okay, all right.
I don't think
yeah. I don't know
I wasn't
why.
comparing. I said having
I
both
don't know
of them. I wasn't
Klopp's
comparing.
plan
But
regarding
you can't have both of them though.
Why
It's okay,
can't
you can
I'll
have
have
both of
both
them,
of
but
them?
it will cost in other
I'll
areas
have
really.
both of them. I'll have Salah and De Bruyne.
That should pay all round. You have Salah, Kane, Haaland, Darwin, and De Bruyne.
And every other person 4 million. So with a good keeper.
It's strategy. Always strategy. FPL is strategy. Your strategy can get to the top. You get.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're getting to the end of the show now. Talked about almost everything that we came to talk about. But we go to the last one. I hope you guys have been on this one. The African Super League. The African Super League was flagged off on Wednesday. And this could potentially change African football forever as we know it, because for the first time, this is a competition that the winner will be walking away with a whopping $100 million.
Wow.
That is massive. To compare to that, the current flagship competition in African club football, the CAF Champions League, the winner only goes home with $2.5 million. That is $97.5 million more than the current competition. Half haven't told 50, although Motsepe and current FIFA president Infantino are allies and they worked on this together. Many people are saying that these people frown at the European Super League. Why are they funding and supporting an African Super League? Folu, go ahead.
Well, I'm guessing the idea is to help African football. When you make or put in more incentive, you get more value. A lot of
Yes,
people
because
say,
let me ask you there, because one of the criteria for being in the competition at all, because it's not you win your league and qualify. No, there are some certain level, like for example, you have to achieve certain things. For example, it is being rumored that you must have a women's team and a youth team to even be considered to be in the competition. So I think you are right when you say it will add more value. You understand? Because what we see nowadays is in Nigeria, for example, I don't think there's any team in Nigeria that has a women's team and a youth team.
no,
So
the
at
women's
some point,
team are
Nigeria
always
to be in the African Super League, but they all want to win $100 million. Yes or no?
Yep.
So in the next few years, I'm sure you will see African teams having youth teams, Nigerian teams having youth teams, having women's teams. And I'm sure that's not where to end. I'm sure there'll be also facility criteria, there'll be stadium criteria, and all these things could help.
Yeah.
Quite.
So yeah, you see clubs like you said, you've hit the nail very well on the head. Teams will invest to make themselves better. So it's just going to be like a business venture, really. You don't mind investing, say, 10 million to get a good stadium, get the male team, female team, youth team, and even good infrastructure on ground in hopes that you can actually challenge for $100 million. At the same time, it will bring Europe to Africa, really. It will bring other investors to support African football. So I think, I'll still say I'm on the fence because, I mean, a lot of clubs would not still be able to make it. I mean, we are talking about clubs from countries like Eritrea, Tanzania, Botswana, they have no hope of making it to the Super League. So it's not available for all teams, and that's the problem I see about these Super Leagues. Is for clubs like AIM, even in Nigeria, very few clubs can actually, boast of being able to qualify or even have enough facilities to qualify. We're talking about Enyimba, Ovaba, maybe Plateau United, Rivers United, and after that, nothing else. So what's the
Even
use?
all those teams cannot even qualify. Does Oyinba have a women's team?
No, they can't afford to. I don't know if Oji Zokalu is still in
Okay,
charge of
they
it.
can afford it. Yeah, yeah, you're right. They can
Yes, so
afford it.
he can invest in it. Rivers United, I think they've won the league twice in the last maybe 4 or 5 years. They have good government support. So this government support, because it's once you if you get $100 million, it doesn't just support the team, it supports the
The
state.
city.
Yeah, it supports the city. It changes everything. So I'm sure the governors will be willing to. But in countries like maybe Zambia, where is AC Leopards and all those things, I don't think they can afford it. So that's
But
my
but
issue with it.
but what me I think I'm happy with this. First of all,
Mhm.
let me just clarify that for people that will say when they were chatting about Europa Super League this one. Let me just say that that what somebody the medicine that someone that has malaria needs to get well is not the same medicine that someone that has
Cancer.
Typhoid.
cancer will need. You
Mm.
understand what I'm saying? In Africa, for me, I think this is what we need. You understand? Because in Europe, they are already developed. So which you cannot say you have to have a women's team. All of them will have it in 2 seconds. So if to me, if you are going to use criteria to qualify teams at the initial stage, for me, it works. It develops African football.
Mm.
And I want to give a big kudos to Infantino. Infantino, for me, is trying to spread the football money, or at least he's trying to bring others into. That's why he's bringing the idea of a 48 two World Cup,
Team
two
World
World
Cup.
Cups,
Yep.
a World Cup every 2 years, 48 teams qualifying for the World Cup because he wants the world to be involved. He wants the money to spread around more. And this African Super League is going to be huge for Africa because imagine for example, if I have money now, you were saying some things about things in Eritrea. Let me tell you something. The way it is now, it's going to be cheaper to have a team that has a youth team, female team in Eritrea than in Nigeria. It's going to be easier for you. If I'm a billionaire, I can go there, buy a team, buy top players. Because even right now, nothing stops African players from buying those players that are going to Turkey and all this Norway and go.
Investing in the
Yeah,
league
you
in the
because
country,
because
and
when you
even
do it,
coming to
if you are good
retire
enough, because
there.
if you
Yep,
don't win
yep.
$100, you can see with the second. I'm sure it's going to be maybe first million, maybe it's going to be like 50 million, 50 million, or 70 million. So there's obviously money in the competition. So people who want to, put more money to get more talent. So we might actually see, and they might even maybe the top players that live in Africa that are always struggling to go outside. They might actually be staying down when they're getting paid good money to stay.
Yeah, I
And of
agree.
course, if the infrastructure improves, the facilities improve, they become better players as well.
And we
Thank
even
you.
have, yeah, and we have more African talent out there
And the
because
talent will be more the talent
yeah,
will be more showcased because I think any tournament that's going to get $100 million is going to be a tournament that's going to get fans. And so talent are going to be
oh,
more
of course,
showcased.
Yeah.
So the
yeah.
players are going to be moving up faster. So it helps all parties, all parties. I think kudos once again to sorry for that mistake. Kudos once again to Infantino. I'm really happy for this. I'm happy with it. I don't know whether you guys are, and I hope you guys are happy with it. So,
Sounds like a good idea. Hopefully, it can kick off soon.
yeah, it's kicking off
Yeah,
2024.
I
So
think
it's
Okay.
2023, sorry. So 2023, 24 will be first.
yeah, I
Next
think
season will be the
for
first
me,
season. And you go ahead.
yes, I think for me, we all know what football does. It brings everybody together. So it's an opportunity to bring everybody together. We speak one language, do everything together. So for some of the African countries, who may have not prioritized football, this is an opportunity for them to also prioritize football now. The
Mm-hmm,
government will invest heavily because I mean the money is a lot. So I think the idea behind this whole thing is for everybody to come together and then develop your own country in terms of football because football, in fact, sports, brings everyone together. So looking at that from that perspective as well, is the idea is just to bring everyone together and then improve what we have here in Africa. So let's see how it goes at the end of the day.
Obviously, so also Junior. Olu has spoken about his drawbacks in a way that it's saying that teams in Eritrea and all these countries that don't have the money or they don't really like football, they might not be involved in the competition because it will be hard for them to meet the criteria.
Yeah.
So, what is your thoughts really about what's your own drawback for this tournament? I have my own drawback, but I want to hear your own first.
I don't see there will definitely be drawbacks, but I can't see more drawbacks at the moment. I have not looked at it in that from a negative point of view. I don't think teams like Eritrea or similar countries will struggle because there's a lot of money in Africa, whether legit or illegit, but there's a lot of money in Africa. And now the thing with football is the clubs that are doing really well, using Nigerian clubs for example, are the ones that are state backed. But now that there is potential to gain significant sum of money, you will see investors, like the way most of these top clubs in England are owned by private owners. Then the same thing, you see people like, just example, someone like Dangote or whatever, I can buy a club. And there'll be billionaires in Eritrea too, I can buy a club. And you don't need much, just assemble them together, take loans, build infrastructures. Even if you don't win the 200 million, you can get 50 million and then you build from there. No, even if you don't win the 100, you can get half, and you
even if it might even be a Nigerian person. For example, now I'm an Eritrean billionaire, and I know that in Nigeria there's many talents in Nigeria. I was just gonna buy a Nigerian club and quickly use that one to move up. So it's not to really up. But one drawback that I see in this is that I wanted to say it. I'll go back to that. You just keep my head right now.
Yeah, but again, talking about ESL and ASL, but I think the difference is ESL is a group of clubs trying to come together to carve out from UEFA. But what I'm seeing here is under CAF with FIFA backing.
Yeah, but
sorry?
It's not. What's that? I'm sorry. The main problem with the ESL is not that it was not backed by FIFA. The main problem is it. But what was, because I can form a tournament. It's the choice of the club whether not play or not. The problem people are angry about was that there was no you have to win this or come this position to enter the competition.
Clubs,
because I'm Arsenal, now why they play the competition? Because I'm Man U, why they play not because I won something. That's the problem that people had with it. You understand? And which is a similar thing to what is happening now in this year now is because you are developed. So it's not really being done on the pitch as well. But for me, the main drawback I had was the Africa now. There's no money in like Africans are poor. There's money in Africa, but Africans are poor. And
all right.
Football is successful in Europe because people can travel for games. 5,000 fans can travel. If Arsenal is playing Boska Prova, one year team in Macedonia, the fans have the money to shell out £2,500 for that weekend, for that weekday, to sleep in the hotel, buy a ticket, this one, that one, at least £8,000 will be gone, and come back just for 2 nights, just to watch Arsenal play. You understand? The fans in Europe can do that because there's money. The per capita is very high in Europe and all those countries. But in Africa, where the per capita for some countries $2, it's very, very low. About $2 per day or something per person. It's very, very low. How do fans travel for games? How does CAF want to make this money? How do fans travel for games? It means they're going to play. It means because it means
well, people have been traveling for a Confederations Cup in Africa. People have been traveling
even CAF Championship,
CAF Champions League. The truth of the matter is,
local leagues,
the clubs that are going to qualify will have to make a way. They will probably subsidize it and things like that. Because when Orlando Pirates played, what do you call Enyimba of Aba a couple of years ago and knocked them out of the Confederations Cup, there were tons of South Africans here. Of course, we know that South Africa
is the high income country. South Africa is one of the few high income countries in Africa.
Yes. And Nigerian clubs as well.
I'm sorry. The teams I will talk about, I will say that they are coming to them. These are not African teams, which is also a income. When Nigeria, when Imba or Rangers or Rivers United or Aqua United are playing teams from Zambia, there's no fan. I've watched these games. There are less than 2,000 fans in stadiums. But if Raja Casablanca is playing against Esperance of Tunis, it's a full stadium. There's no doubt about it. Everywhere is crowded.
It's like watching a South American football match, really. Yeah. But I mean, that's one of the things CAF is probably aiming to tackle with the Super League, you see. So at the inception of the Super League, we don't expect teams from Tanzania to start. You don't expect teams from Congo to start. You know,
of course, but it's the same. But it's the same.
I agree with you because they're going to start with the best. I think they're probably going to be in the beginning. Sorry, Jose Junior. They're probably going to be about 8 teams from North Africa in the beginning of this out of 24. So about a third is already from North Africa. Yeah. You understand? I think 3 or so are from South Africa already. So that's over half, about 14 teams from North Africa and South Africa, not Southern Africa, South Africa.
Yep.
So that's about 14 teams. So the rest of us, very undeveloped, we have to find a way to start.
Ghana too has good following. Ashanti Kotoko, Accra Hearts of Oak, all those popular Ghanaian teams also have very good following. So yeah, I'm sure it's like you said, it's gonna happen. I'm sure these guys will have looked at the numbers, and if it was not going to work, they would not attempt it, you see. So yeah, you guys have made very valid points, and I think let's hope it happens so that African football can be better for it.
Yeah.
All right, what is something?
Yeah, what I was going to say was that even in Europe, if you look at it, it's not all the countries in Europe that have the teams that play in Champions League. Teams like countries like Faroe Island, New Zealand, and blah blah. You don't see them in UEFA Champions League. Also,
they play Cambodia, but they get out early. You know,
yeah, that's true.
Group stage.
But also,
a qualifier.
But also, if you know that some teams in your country can go and represent you in a very big competition and win so much money, it will make individual countries to, like, they will take loan, they will invest so their own league itself will become stronger. Do you understand?
That's the best. But the way Nigeria is going, do you think? Let's look at the Nigerian perspective now. Mm-hmm. This country, do you think? No, they lack money, Sha. They lack money. So maybe all the them dollars, they will start doing everything. Or they lack money in this country too much.
So it's possible, but
yeah,
they must have everything planned. So let's see how it goes.
Okay, thank you guys. The show is over now.
Oh, we plan to just touch on Man U, but probably we'll do that next week. Man U and their troubles.
It's long show. So yeah, we'll do Man U. We'll do Man U next week. I'm sure the guys are tired in the studio. Thank you for being on the show. It's diehard fans. See you again.
We'll do Man U next week when we win 6-0.
On Monday. We see you guys on Monday.
Thank you so much on Monday for coming. Yeah.
8:45. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.